Hello and welcome back to another Carbonwurks tutorial video. This one should be quite short and sharp. It's for our replacement side breather panels or side breather vents. Original is there, so I've taken one off from the other side of the car already, and this is our replacement. Totally like for like in terms of how it fits. With regards to the original piece, we supply laser cut double-sided high bond tape to be able to swap the M3 badge over, so there's no need to buy a replacement if you don't want to. We give you the kit to be able to recycle, reuse your old one. And then on the flip side, it's held in with a series of clips, these white ones here, which will need to be swapped over from this panel onto the new one. So 3 of those, which is nice and straightforward. And yeah, over to the car in a minute and I'll show you what's involved in terms of swapping them over. With regards to the tools, we've got a selection of trim tools here and some smaller ones for the delicate job of swapping the badge over. And then the standard alcohol wipe, 3M prep surface wipe or prep fluid to be able to wipe the panel down, and also some masking tape with regards to protecting the paint whilst we're doing work around this area. As usual, please check out Amazon shop with regards to links for the sort of tools that we've been using for this part. That will help you get it done yourself at home. But for now, follow me over to the car and we'll take a look at getting things done. So for the purposes of the video, we'll focus on the driver's side of the car. So the original vent here is still in place. Step 1 is to take some of your masking tape. This one is like a low tack tape, which is great for bodywork because it tends not to leave any residue behind. And then all we do is we just run a couple of lines of tape along the back edge of the vent, because this is where we're going to be using the trim tools. And because we're going to be levering this panel off, I just double it up to make doubly sure that we're not going to make any imprints or cause there to be any imperfections in the paint. So that's a double layer of masking tape on there. Next, you need your trim tool. So we're going to try and just poke it under the trailing edge of the trim, like so. And then by levering it away from the car, in turn pop in. So what you will notice is that these clips invariably tend to fly off. So keep an eye on where they've gone, because you're going to need them to fit the replacement parts. The next one's waiting to fall out on me as well, I can tell. So that's 2 out of 3. And there's a third one. Once all 3 have been disengaged, you just need to pull it downwards at an angle because of the 3 tabs here that lock into the upper aperture holes. And 1 out of 3 managed to stay on the part. So yeah, it's as straightforward as that. Remove, and then the rest of it is down to swapping parts over to the new piece before installation. So with the original part removed, we can now look at the preparation of the new vent ready to go back on the car. So as I mentioned just a second ago, these white clips need to be removed. With your trim tool, it really is just a case of pushing it back towards the rear edge of the panel, and then it will come off. So that's 3 of 3 removed from the original panel. And then after that, the last thing that we want from this part is actually the M badge or the M3 badge or M4. Delete as appropriate depending on the model. So I've got, what I use here is quite a small set of trim tools just to get under the badge and then peel it off. Again, I've been quite lucky. It's left the sticky on the original vent. This longer competition part of the badge tends to be a bit more flexible, so to avoid breaking it, run as far as you can underneath the badge itself. And then lastly, the number 3, because this is an M3 Touring. And again, a full clean sweep on leaving the stickiness behind. So you can put that to one side now. As stated at the beginning of the video, we supply you with these nice laser cut sticky back replacements to reapply adhesive to the badge and then apply it onto the trim. It's a bit fiddly. Generally quite helpful to have a scalpel to be able to pick off the backing, the film, to reveal the sticky side. I'm useless with it, which is why a sharp blade is always helpful. So we'll B-roll our way through that because I'm probably going to take a little while. Usual alcohol wipe, prep the surface beforehand for best adhesion, and then the same for when we come to fit it on the car, so I'll show you that in a minute. because on the back of this, to mimic the foam pads on the original, we've also got some sticky adhesive there. So I'll get this badge stick it up and glued onto the piece and then show you it going back on the car in a sec. Okay, so as you might have gathered from the B-roll, this side breather vent is ready to go. Badge has been swapped over with the new tape. The 3 clips have been installed, ready to go on. So all that means is we need to prep for putting the tape on. So I've got an alcohol wipe here, cunningly sat waiting. So just give it a quick go over in the middle areas and the lower corner areas in particular. Fortunately, being brand new, this car's pretty clean. So we'll just wait for that to go off. Got Mr. Heat Gun here. We'll always heat up our high bond tape because that makes it go super tacky, ready when it goes on. And then in terms of installation, you'll see from the B-roll in a second, it's quite straightforward. It's merely a case of locating these 3 tabs in the upper 3 holes, an upward motion, and then push the bottom edge in to clip in the 3 white clips. Okay, so as you can see, we're all installed now. Nice, short, sharp job on this one, but quite a transformation. Will tie in nicely with the extra carbon bits that will be going on soon. Otherwise, as usual, thanks for joining us. Thanks for remaining with this video this far. Like, share, subscribe, and always is greatly appreciated. And join us on the next tutorial. Thanks for coming.